Alrighty. Alrighty. Everybody, clap your hands. What is happening? Everybody, this is. I think if anyone is a consistent listener of this show, they'll understand that anytime they see a short timeline, like a short runtime for an episode, they understand that. Oh, okay, he's doing an episode by himself. Also, the fact that it doesn't say featuring anything. I totally while I'm saying this, I'm like, also the title, you idiot. We just dropped. Why we just removed apple cider vinegar from our store? Why is that on my timeline, dude? My, you know what? Why it's on my timeline, or I'm sorry, yeah, timeline? No, algorithm. Is because when I go to YouTube, I'm signed into the YouTube channel for uploading episodes, which is not my normal. But why? Why is that? Like, oh, you know what? It's a minute 53. It's a minute 53. That's why. Because it's like, oh, I'll waste 2 minutes. I don't care. If it's as long as it's not like for. Actually, it's funny though. I just watched a almost 3-hour YouTube video by that YouTuber Knowing Better. I like his shit. I like watching his stuff. This was not his best video though, it actually wasn't his best video by like a good margin. Like there's off the top of my head 5 I can think about that are better, and I know I can find like 10 plus that are better. So it'd be different if it wasn't that good and it was like 17 minutes long, but the fact that it was 2 hours and 50 minutes long, it's like, Jesus, man. Come on. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't. The thing that got me like, actually the one thing though that got me upset, the one thing that got me like really like, you gotta be kidding me kind of thing, is that it was about the Seventh Day Adventists, and he starts talking about Waco, Texas, and then when the raid or siege or whatever is gonna start about Waco, Texas, he doesn't talk about it. He just skips on to the next thing. Kind of like, yeah, you know what happened. It was kind of like you know what happened. I mean, come on, do I really? It's like, yeah, you do. I mean, you don't. You can do whatever the fuck you want, but you do. I'm over here, sitting here for 2.5 fucking hours, and the grand finale, of fucking Waco, Texas, and you're gonna just be like, nah, yeah, you know what happened. What happened? You know, I'd like a reiteration or whatever it's called. A little bit more. How about a little bit more insight? Maybe you can give. I mean, you give me more insight on everything else. I'm sitting here. I'm laying in bed with Cheez-Its and a soda, and I just want to hear about Waco, Texas from this guy talking to a camera, and he doesn't give that to me. I was livid. I actually rewinded. I went back. Rewind. I went back on the video. It was like, did I miss something? Did he talk about it? And I was like looking at an Instagram reel. Like, what the fuck? Which, by the way, yeah, I'm watching Instagram reels while the fucking thing's going on. I want more insight. Well, hold on. There's this cat. And it didn't happen. And then I'm like, all right, well, fuck. Like, that's just what I was just like, fuck, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. So, I was very upset. Where is that from, by the way? You got to be kidding me. That is from something. You gotta be kidding me. Like, I feel like I've seen it on a video. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. I feel like I've seen that. I feel like there was an animated show that did it. I keep thinking Fairly Odd Parents, but it wasn't Fairly Odd. You have to be kidding me. Reed, you've got to be kidding me now. Digital comics webtoon. No. You gotta be kidding me. I just feel like it's from something. Little Kitty, Big City. You've got to be kidding me. I'm alright. I can't get that meow, 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 meow. I can't get that fucking song out of my head. Dude, I had no idea. So, when Gemini was telling me about, like, I was like, hey, what are all these, why is like Trump, like, why are these AI pictures of him picking up cats and like running with them? And he was telling me the thing is like, oh, because he was talking about like how like the cats are being eaten or whatever. I didn't know that happened on the debate. I didn't know. I didn't know. I thought it was just like maybe like a random, like, yeah, nah, it's crazy out there. They're eating cats and everything. Anyways, no, it was like just during like this formal debate. They eating the cats. They're eating the pets. Dude, how is this not the funniest shit ever? Like, it's like, come on, it's hilarious. That is awesome. That's so like what? You know why it's really awesome? Because so many people watch it, you're going to get so many memes from it and so many different types from different personalities. That's what makes it awesome. That's what makes it amazing. Like, you're going to get different countries making memes of that, which they have, obviously. It's just so cool. It's like, oh, yes, nom, nom, nom. The I have concepts of a plan is, oh my God. It's just mwah, mwah, mwah. Like we gotta protect this man for all. It's just so good. It's so good. Everything is perfect. Let's not change. Let's just keep the debates. Let's postpone the election and just keep this happening for another couple of years. It's too much fun. Meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow. Me, 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 me. Also, oh, Jesus. So, what I've also learned from having a girlfriend who has a very high-octane social life with friends and family is, I guess September is wedding season because it's just nonstop weddings every weekend. And I just got my clothes and my suit and all that pressed and cleaned and tailored, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, it's just, and I this is a bad, I don't like this about me, and I know it's very, very hypocritical and karma, but I look at some of these relationships, I'm like, nah, like it ain't till death do us part is not a that ain't, it's until 5 to 6 years. I'll give 5 to 6. Which is funny because at the end of the day, like, my relationship, if it ends, it's like, oh, we could have said the same thing. It's like, I know, I understand. I'm not saying my brain is right for thinking that, but like, nah, it's just, I just don't. I hope all these people live happy, beautiful lives. I really do. That sounds so nuts. No, I really do. I do. I mean, I don't have any ill will for any of them. I just like, it's just my initial gut reaction, and then I'm too stupid enough to like keep it to myself. I'll like go to her ear like, oh fuck is that, and she'll just be like, dude, what, like, these are my friends. I'm like, oh well, you're about to have one less in a couple of years. Whichever one's the closest one, you're gonna stay friends with. Meow 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 meow. But no, the wedding stuff. It's, yeah, man. Oh, I saw a terrible reel the other day. Dude, I felt for this girl, and it's one of those like, oh, all right. I hate when I start a sentence and then like I insert it. I realize the way I talk is when you see a sentence that then has parentheses in it. It's like, how about we just leave that till the end of the sentence, dude? Like, why do you, like, this isn't a book, all right? We can't go back to read the beginning of the sentence before the parentheses to go, oh, what is this sentence all about? All right, so I was watching an Instagram reel, and it's this woman. It's a Spanish woman. They're in a Spanish country. I know I don't have to incorporate that to the conversation, but soon enough, it's going to be like, there's this woman. It's like, well, why do you have to say that? It is a human being, okay? That's how you start to say, all right, fine. So there's this Mexican lady. She had to be, right? This is Mexican lady, and she's in a wedding dress, and she's she's like tapping, but frantically on the tinted out windows of a stretched limousine. It looked like one of those Hummer limousines. And all of a sudden, she gets to the back, and she's frantically hitting on it. And then the next clip is the stretched limousine with the trunk open, and clearly her husband-to-be kind of walking around with his pants down, who was having sex with probably one of the stripper, because there's a stripper pole in the fucking limo. Clearly the guy was like trying to bang or was banging this woman on their wedding day. Like that's what the reel is trying to show. And then the next clip is her surrounded by her friends, just like shaking with a water bottle and crying. And I was like, no, I felt sad for that senorita. I was almost in tears, because it was at that moment where I'm like, this is her day. Like, you know, I've been so like anti-marriage for my whole life. But when I saw that clip, it's like, dude, this is her day. Like this day is for her. She's a princess for the day. And you're going to bang out some fucking hoochie in the limousine on her. Like, again, and what I was going to say in parentheses is, yes, it's easier to say like in a comment, like, well, you know, at the end of the day, it's good that this happened because now, you know, she won't be stuck with this loser for, it's like, yeah, no, dude, no, like that's a silver lining, but it ain't good that happened. It's bad that happened. It sucks that this woman doesn't have a caring man in her life. And obviously it's a real, like, oh, she could be this. You don't know anything about. Yeah, I don't, dude. I don't. And I'm also not 14, so I don't care about your arguments. So go argue with someone who's 14. This poor Mexican woman just wanted to have a beautiful wedding day, and her fat ass husband-to-be is banging also a semi-chunky, he definitely has a type, by the way, either prostitute or stripper. Most likely both. So, yeah, that Instagram, dude, that one stuck with me. There's a couple Instagram reels that have stuck. There was one, it was a reel from an old video where this BMX rider was trying to jump from, it was a ramp attached to a moving car, and he didn't land it right, so he like broke his like ankles or legs, and like I think he messed up a vertebrae, so it fucked him up for a while. And then he wound up killing himself, actually, as the years progressed in his life. That wasn't part of the reel. It was one of those ones where it's like they tell you what transpired in the comments, and then you go, no way. And then you look it up. It's like, oh, shit. Fuck. Okay, well, that sucks. That one stuck with me because it's just like, I think it was the fact that it was like just, oh, this guy was doing stuff that me and my brother or my friends would do back in the day. So like, man, that would have really sucked. Like, but I felt for that. I was like, God, that sucks that this happened, because apparently this guy was like a semi or was a professional BMX rider, and obviously those injuries really fucked with his career. And then you get the back and forth with, wow, he committed suicide. What a weak individual. It's like, well, I think it's, you know, I think you're a little weak that you can't take a shotgun to the mouth. Like you fucking pussy. Why don't you fucking grow a pair and jump off the GW, man? I mean, Jesus. Why, are you too scared? You afraid, cat? You afraid of a little water? So but no, that really is one of the dumbest arguments for people who kill themselves. Oh, they're so mentally weak. It's like, are they? Are they not? I don't fucking know. I don't know if it makes them mentally weak or not. Maybe they see this world in a way that you don't see it, so they actually see it as the stronger option. But it's cool that you think that way, man. It's cool that you comment that. That's whatever. Ooh, coffee. So yeah, that one stuck with me. What other Instagram reels have stuck with me? I've been binging way too much on Instagram, and my algorithm's so fucked. It's like I get reels that clearly are for me to share with my girlfriend. I get reels that are clearly for me to share with Jem. I get sports reels sometimes, and then I get reels that are like, yes, this is what I want all the time. I just want really weird and awesome shit to show up on my Instagram. Also, the weird thing about Instagram is when I first got on it, I was seeing a lot of like death, like people were dying left and right. That's all I saw. But now I don't really see that to a degree. I go on Twitter and people getting shot left and right on Twitter, like just fucking murked. And it's all, and they all start posturing and they do the mummy fucking pose, and I'm like, Jesus, dude, fucking hey, man, what is going on? And I understand it's all just like fear, like Is it fear mongering? No, I feel like that's when you're like trying to like make people riled up. Well, I guess that's what this is, but no, this is well, it's like the news. It's the news. It's what the news has been doing for decades. They show you the most crazy shit, so you go, whoa, that's what's going on in the world, and then like you just keep watching. Because you go on Twitter, everyone's getting like, dude, like you go on Twitter. If I turned around and looked out my window, I'm surprised that not everyone's just getting shot up right now. It looks like there's a war going on. Here, I'm gonna go on Twitter right now. Right now. Let's see what it's probably gonna be the Yankees because I'm like I'm yoked up. Yo, I'm bricked because of the fact that they're in the playoffs now. But I'm just bricked because they're doing well and the Orioles are doing really badly. All right. The Knicks. We got Knicks. We got Volpe. We got an Anthony Volpe meme. That's the Yankees for anyone who's listening. We got me ripping the October shirt off of Cleo. So the Yankees again. Oh, and there's a death right there. Bam. Car just jumped a barricade, hit multiple individual. Oh, wait, hold on. Yep, she's dead. So she's dead. This is just like, why is this? Jesus. Josh Giddey is reportedly refusing to update to iOS 18. That's a funny one. I get that. Oh, I'm also getting like fake porn ones, which is weird. So it will be like girls pretending to like be sucking a dude off, but their mouth like hits the end of the bottom of the frame of the film. So like clearly they're not actually doing anything. So, but you can't tell because it's cut off. I guess it's like this weird. It's like having your cake and eating too. It's like, okay, you get the point of view porn. However, she didn't have to go out and like either invest in a dildo or have her dildo, but also set it up and clean it, or also just get a straight up guy. Wait, who? Okay. Well, at least I know my Uber dropped me off at the right place. In this house, we say gay and retard. Yep, that just shows you where my fucking algorithm is. Dude, honestly, people that put up signs, man. I don't get it. I get it, and I don't agree with the sign. I don't agree with any sign you have. Your sign could be like, everyone's, treat people the way you want to be treated. It's like, why has it got to be on the lawn? Why? With that being said, I literally went to a Yankee game recently and I bought like the most ridiculous like stuff at the gift shop, and I was wearing it. I was a walking Yankee billboard. I have no right to talk. I have no. Oh wait, actually. Okay, so this episode is going to be uploaded after the New York Giants' third football game. However, I am currently recording it, and they are currently 0-2. Here's the deal. Two things. One, I'm 2-0 in my fantasy leagues. So that is the only saving grace so far for this football season. Two, what are we doing? It's over. I like the guy a lot. The Daniel Jones thing, it's done. It's done, and everyone knows it. Everyone knows it. I think the one thing that has been there's a lot actually to dive deep into this. It's mainly, this was the worst case scenario to happen. However, it was part of the possibility. Let me rewind. I hate when what I'm saying is, after the first season with Dable, and they went, I think it was like 9-7-1, because I think they were 7-2 at one point, if I recall. But they were 9-7-1 to end the season. They won the playoff game against the Vikings and then got fucking murked against the Eagles. Anyways, Daniel Jones played okay that year. He ran the ball amazingly. The guy ran for over 700 yards. Look up the history of NFL quarterbacks doing that. There's not a ton of times. There's like maybe 30 or less times an NFL quarterback did that ever. And there's a good amount of quarterbacks on there that are on multiple times. So it's like, you look at like Lamar Jackson and it's like, oh wow, Daniel Jones is like close to, or it's like, dude, yeah, he had an amazing running season. He did. He just did. So anyways, we have that. And he gets a significant contract. He gets 40 or 40 plus million a year for a 2-year window. It was a hedge your bet contract. It was, all right, you showed us under this coaching staff that maybe you are the guy and maybe you can progress from this. Sadly, he didn't. And the thing is, when they did that contract, 2 years, they knew either, wow, he's getting better and now he's like a top 10 quarterback. Oh my gosh, we're going to have to sign him to a bigger contract after these 2 years. However, this is actually a good deal. Or he would have just maybe plateaued and then been like, all right, I mean, maybe we can make the playoffs again with him one out of these 2 years, but eventually we're going to realize like this, he's just not the guy. Or if he's looking for more money, then he leave, like after the 2 years, he leave. Or, I mean, and there's an infinite amount of scenarios from top to bottom, but let's just go to the bottom, which is what happened. He really regresses and he gets injured. Well, that's exactly what happened. Last year, he was brutally bad and he got injured, and then he had a significant injury. This year, he's healthy so far, knock on wood, but he's meh. He's meh. It's done, guys. It's done. This is his last year with the Giants, barring some miracle. But that's the thing. That's the beauty with sports, barring some miracle, because you never know. But realistically, he's done with this team, and maybe he can have a renaissance one day with another team in the down the road, kind of like a Geno Smith or whatever. But when it comes to this team he's on now, it's over, which is fine. It is what it is. Who knows? Maybe he gets benched this year. Maybe he doesn't, but it's over. And that was the thing about the 2-year contract. They have no, clean hands, no ties to him after this year. So now they're kind of in a period of, looking for the new quarterback. And it just stinks because as a fan, it's like, dude, man, I really would like to watch this team win again. Because even with the Eli years, even after 2008, there wasn't a ton of straight up 12, 13, 14 plus win seasons. It was grinded out, 8, 9, 10 win seasons, hopefully make the playoffs and see if you can make a run, which they did. But man, even after 2011, it's been nothing. There's been an 11-5 season that ended in disappointment, and a great 9-7-1 season. That was great. But again, 9-7-1, what the fuck? What are we doing here? So it's been rough. And just every football Sunday watching the Giants, it's just like, oh my God, this team just makes me want to pull my hair out. So I then have to look at my fantasy team because I'm like, well, at least I got them. And eventually they're going to let me down too. That's the sad part. I know listen, my fantasy team ain't that good. I just been lucky. I've been looking at the points against. People are not doing well against me. So I don't know what's going to happen with this team, but the one thing I do know, it's over. It's over. The Daniel Jones era is over. It's just a matter of time. It's a matter of time. If I'm somehow wrong, that'd be awesome because that means somehow he fucking pulled a rabbit out of his hat and became a competent, healthy quarterback. But he hasn't been for, 6 years now? It's been 6 or 7 years. Hold on. Daniel Jones. Let's just do stats. No, not ESPN. Came to lead 19. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is his 6th year in the NFL. I'm not counting the tie. He's got 16 more losses than wins. He hasn't had a he hasn't even been close to a 4,000-yard season. The most touchdown passes he's ever passed was 12 games, 24 touchdowns in his rookie year, which is actually really good. And he has regressed terribly because it was all about turnovers, turnovers, turnovers. Well, I mean, listen, 12 interceptions is not great, especially in today's NFL. But, dude, it was more so the fumbles. I'd actually like to go back. Like, dude, like if you play a full 17-game season, I don't know how many touchdowns made that be like 30. Dude, yeah, pass for 30 touchdowns and 18 interceptions. I don't give a fuck. Just don't fumble the ball. And it's like, yeah, that was a little too much. That's too many turnovers. But fucking A. I don't know what this stat is. Passing success rate. A successful pass gains at least 40% of yards required on first down. All right, so that's regressed almost every year. Jesus, man. Yards per attempt. This has gotten worse. 6 points. I'm going from 2019 to now. 6.6, 6.6, 6.7, 6.8, 5.7, 5.2 this year. It's just everything's gotten yards per game. Everything has gotten worse. It's brutal. He led the league in interception percentage in 2022. Barely, he threw 5. It's amazing. But 15 touchdowns to fight. Like, what do you do? Again, ran the ball great. He did. Where's Russian stats? Gotta be here. We go. Russian stats 2022. 708 yards. That's amazing in 16 games. That is crazy great. And he ran for 7 touchdowns. How many fumbles he have, actually? Receiving games, fumbles 6. I don't know how many he lost. See, look, dude, his rookie year, 19 fumbles. That's disgusting. That's insane. Led the league. I mean, how do you not? But all right, he had 6 fumbles. Does it say how many he lost? No. Let's just say he lost 3. Maybe he lost 1. Maybe he lost 0, or maybe he lost all 6. Let's just say he lost 3. You go back to the passing stats, 2022. That would be 22 touchdowns to 8 turnovers, which is really good. That's good. It's efficient. 3,200 yards. It's efficient. That's a serviceable quarterback. That is the best he's ever been in the entire league, 6 years. He's been serviceable. All the other years, he has been bad and or hurt. It's not working, and it's been with the same organization. So they're going to pull the plug. That was the whole reason for the 2-year deal, is to pull the plug on him. After 2 years, if he still is not that good. And he sadly is still not that good. And it's with this team. Again, one more time, who knows? Maybe he figures it out with another team. It ain't going to be with this team. If I'm a betting man, how many times do you have to see it? So, yeah, football Sundays are always I just want to watch the team win. I want to watch the team. I would also like to watch the freaking team get to the quarterback. This team hasn't had a pass rush. And by the way, actually, real quick, they actually look like they have a good offensive line for once, which is great. That means if they get a young quarterback coming in, they have some weapons on the team. They have a good offensive line. They have an offensive mind head coach as long as he stays on the team and also doesn't get fired. So, and eventually they'll probably need a more dynamic running back than Singletary, but who knows, whatever, or a more dynamic tight end. But the line actually looks good. The defensive line blows dick, dude. They can't get to the quarterback. They can't stop the run. To hell with the young guys in the secondary. You can't even get to the secondary on how shitty the fucking defensive line is. Who cares about the secondary right now? And they haven't had a pass rush in forever. I don't remember. I don't remember the last time there was a season for the Giants where I'm like, yo, man, the defensive line really showed up that year. I mean, they were sacking the quarterback left and right. QB pressures, all touches on the quarterback, whatever it's called. They stink. They flat out stink. Everything is not good with this team. There is something wrong with this team, day in and day out. And it's a quintessential what a losing organization does, which is they find ways to lose. The other day, their kicker gets hurt and they can't kick field goals. It just happens day in and day out. And it's been like this for a long time. And it does go all the way to the top with ownership when things like this keep happening for long periods of time. However, it's kind of like a family institution type team. kind of like the Steelers, so like the Colts. So you're just yelling at a wall if you're talking about they should get rid of the owner should sell the team. Like that's up to him. Whenever he wants to do it, But I don't know, he probably won't. So it looks like they have. There's no need to give up on the coach and GM right now. However, you can still criticize them. It's like when you have a job, you can still get like demerits and said, "Hey, you messed up on this or you dropped the ball on this." It doesn't mean the company wants to fire you. They're just telling you what you did wrong. So yeah, the coaching staff and the GM and a lot of players on the team have done things wrong. And I know this, and I watch this, and it's annoying. And I hope for it to be better next year. I hope eventually they get a CJ Stroud type quarterback. Even a Caleb Williams. I was watching them play, and in the first half, I'm like, dude, Williams is making some NFL throws right here. So I hope they get a better quarterback eventually, obviously. And they are able to rush the goddamn quarterback. And let's get some wins, boys. Let's get a winning streak. Let's get like 4 or 5 wins in a row. Like, let's watch some football. Let's watch some good football. Like a lot of these other organizations have been like, look at the Bills and the Chiefs and the Ravens, even the Bengals who like have up and down years. At least they're having ups. What other teams had the 49ers? Look at the Lions now. The Rams who again up and down, but really good ups. Let's fucking watch some good football. Let's get ready for the New York Knicks. And let's get ready for some October baseball. Oh, fuck yeah. That's all right. That's all I got, guys. Take care. See you next week. And go Giants.